All right, YouTube family, here we go. Um, I made a video, unboxing video. My wife said, "Don't put it up, cause you look like you're freaking on drugs or something." Cause I was eating caramel popcorn, and I kept going like I was moving my mouth, so it was stuck in my teeth, and I kept doing stuff. And she's like, "You look like you're on freaking drugs." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I watched the video over, and I realized, what in the holy hell? Yeah, because I kept doing this. Like, because it was stuck. You guys ever eat caramel popcorn? I'm sure you have. And it just gets stuck in your teeth. And I just kept doing that. And I didn't realize it. And when I played back the video, I was like, okay, my wife she's like, dude, you can't put it up. People are going to think that something's wrong with you. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. So sorry guys, sorry about that. But I unboxed what I did unbox is I have a mess down here. It was five packages, and what it was these. I told you guys that we're troop building, right? And I got this guy free fall, and I got four more shockwaves. Okay, so those are the ones that I got today, and I still have all these other ones that I got the other day. They're right here. I haven't taken them to the other side yet. But so I got another 9 to add to the collection. And I did I was making a video putting this bad boy together, and there's 2 videos that I made today that I'm not posting, because in one, when I was building this thing, I broke 5 pieces. So I got upset, and I just was, I got upset. And it bummed me out, man. Like, I broke the freaking seats. I broke 3 of the guns. So, yeah, that sucks. But anyways, yeah, check it out. So, it's pretty cool. I like it, man. It looks good. We finally got ourselves a Tiger Force. The next one up is going to be Tiger Ray. The Night Force. Tiger Ray. The Night Force Night Ray. That's the next one up for me. Next week is a big week for us. At work at Dollar Tree, there's some stuff happening, so I'm gonna hopefully pull the trigger and get that one. I'm waiting for the price to drop a little bit more. I mean, if I have to wait 2 more weeks, I'll do it. It's just we're so close, me and this individual. So we're almost there. We're almost there. So we're down to the home stretch, and let's see. I'm hoping that by next week, we can get it, pull the trigger and make the deal and go from there. And I'll get it, and I'll have all the hydrofoils. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, man, I was putting in the seats, and I freaking snapped both of them. I got mad when I did the first one because my finger just bent, and it bent, and the thing is so brittle. I don't know if he kept it in I think he kept it in the garage, and when the plastic gets really cold and hot, it gets brittle, and it just, man, and that's what happened. Like, a lot of pieces were brittle. I mean, I almost broke this piece right here. You can see right there. And then I almost broke when I was snapping this in. I was like, oh my God. And you can see the little stress right there. And on this side too. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, like, holy moly, I'm freaking breaking this thing. And I was getting so mad. But I kind of took a step back, and I started to put it together a little bit slower, and kept it from breaking, man. But yeah, we survived, and we got it done. So now it's just a matter of, like I said, the Night Force Night Ray. That's next on the docket. Hopefully, you know, we can pull the trigger and make that happen. If not, it is what it is. I'll continue to wait. You know, one thing I will say is I'm going to keep telling everybody to, you know, we control the market when it comes to collecting figures and stuff like that. You know, I wish there was a way where we could all communicate and just band together, man, to freaking keep these freaking scalpers and these idiots from selling their stuff for, you know, 5 times what it's worth. It's like, it's ridiculous. Like, a lot of the Python Patrol figures are going for $70 now, 53 and up. It's ridiculous. Just like a few weeks ago, they were like, you know, 25, $30. So all it takes is a couple of folks to pay that high price, and they'll jack the price up on us, you guys. So hold off. Don't pay that price, man. Just wait. It'll come up again. Believe me on that. Trust me. Part of being a good collector is having patience. If you don't have patience, you're going to get yourself in financial trouble. Okay? So I'm not trying to tell you guys how to do what you do, but for myself, just, you know, just know there has to be, you got to have patience, and you got to have the willpower to say, yeah, I'm going to wait. You know, I'm going to hold off on it. I'm not going to get myself in trouble, you know, and you got to have a good partner. Like my wife tells me when she tells me what's up. So I keep it real because she reminds me, hey, slow down, cowboy. Okay? Slow your roll. It's like, what is it you're trying to get? Okay. You know, just take your time. So, patience, my friends. All I can say is patience. Okay? Again, we are the ones that should be controlling the flow of the freaking market. If we don't pay those high prices, those jerks won't buy stuff and scalp it and freaking sell it to us for triple or 4 times the price. You know, you guys know all those Super 7 when they came out, you know, with the jets, right? Dang, the prices were just ridiculous. 500, 700. It's like, yeah, nah, I'll wait. I mean, I waited till they came down to freaking 200, you know. I waited till they came down to 150 for the entire set. And it only took like about 6 months, 7 months for that to happen. Trust me, those guys are not going to hold on to it that long. If because they paid a bottom price. They paid a low price for that thing. They didn't pay what they're charging, what they were trying to charge us, right? They paid retail. Okay? But if we're the ones, the knuckleheads that are like, I don't care what it takes, man, I gotta have it. Dude, relax. You're gonna get one. Just don't pay that price. You know, you're gonna pay quadruple the amount. You're gonna make that jerk rich. You're gonna make, not rich, but, you know, you're gonna make him some money, or her, and, you know, off at your expense. No, you know, don't do that. So learn to control yourself. Learn to be patient. Because if you don't, you know, I was watching a video of this guy that said he was done collecting. He was done collecting because he got himself in financial trouble. Apparently he was charging a lot of stuff. He got himself in trouble. And it took that for him to realize that, holy crap, I'm out of control. Like, I'm spending money I don't have. He didn't remember, if you buy stuff on credit, that you don't have money. That's not your money. You're borrowing it. And he was maxing out his credit cards. Now he was like, I think he said over $20,000 in the hole. Like, oh my God, dude. So, you know, when you get yourself in that situation, wow, you know, you're asking for trouble. Man, you gotta have the patience to just say, okay, half my check goes to this, the other half goes to part of this, 10% of it's gonna go to my collection, right? You gotta pay your mortgage, you gotta food, utilities, all that other stuff, and then your retirement has to go to the side first, okay? You got to think about all those things, where those are priority. Collecting is not a priority. This is a hobby. Remember that. Don't make this your priority. Don't do that, because you're gonna end up like that dude, and you're gonna end up selling off or making a video on YouTube apologizing to the people that have been watching your videos and telling them, hey, I just wanted to make this video to tell you guys I'm sorry. I will no longer be uploading videos as frequently. I have to sell off my collection because, and at least I'll give him credit, man. He was upfront and honest about it. I know he was hurt like hell. You could see it in his face. You could see the hurt in him, but he was angry. He was angry at the hobby. He made it, the way it came off to me, it's like that he was angry that he got himself in that situation, but he blamed the hobby. You don't do that. You're the one that controls. How can you blame your hobby? You're the one that controls that. So anyways, yeah, man, I just wanted to make a quick video to show you guys what I got today. Talk to you guys about why I'm not uploading the video of me putting this bad boy together. It's kind of funny if you watch it. Well, if I learn how to edit, I might put it up, and I'll take out the parts that I was talking about. And then the other one too. The other one is it's actually kind of funny. You got to know the context of why I was doing what I was doing. Because if not, like my wife said, she was like, dude, you look like... And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. She said, so redo your video. Just don't post that one. So that's why I redid the video. I'm sorry I killed the unboxing experience. But at least I wanted to show you guys what I did, what I got. But yeah, man. So I put it together. I love it. It looks, I'm bummed out that I gotta find the seats. And the good thing about it is they're not like specific seats. They're just gray. So I'll just buy some from I'm sure I'm gonna find some. So I just need 2 of them, and I need 3 of the little guns. And those are actually the same color as the other hydrofoils. So I'll be able to find some of those too. But yeah, it shouldn't take that long. And then I'll finish it and put it together, and then we'll just find a nice little spot for it and set it up. And we got our Tiger Force, man. Again, it was a huge deal for me. It was cool. Yeah, it's awesome, man. And next week, I hope, fingers crossed, hopefully I can get the Night Force Night Ray. If I do, then I'll have all the hydrofoils, and that's gonna be cool. So I think I'll find a spot where I set them all up or something. I'll do something. Maybe even put them all on the flag. Who knows? We'll see. Because I gotta rearrange my rooms a little bit, just to mess with the collection a bit. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Thank you to those of you that have been leaving comments. I appreciate it, man. And I will always try to respond as fast as I can. I do love the camaraderie, man, and I appreciate you guys. Those of you making the comments that you consider me a friend. Hey, man, right back at you. It's the G.I. Joe community, man. We're small, but we're here. And, we have a love for something that means something to us, G.I. Joe has a significant meaning to me. It was something that, like I said in the past, me and my grandfather, he made it a thing where he took me to Toys R Us once a week. And, every Friday, and that was our thing. That was our thing. Like, the rest of my cousins, some of them, they hated me for that because they knew that me and Grandpa had a special connection. I was his favorite, man. And, and the guys, my cousins, some of them hated that. To this day, we joke about it when we get together. But, it's like, it is what it is. I went through some stuff when I was young. When I was a kid, I had a stepfather that was a piece of shit. This guy was just the freaking devil. And, I dealt with that dude for 5 years, man. And G.I. Joe, going and playing with my Joes, man, took me away from having to deal with that asshole. Sorry, don't mean to curse, but, I'll share the story with you guys one of these days. I will share the full story of that situation and, why I got so into G.I. Joe. But, it has an amazing ending. My grandfather, he's my hero. Yeah. When he found out what was going on, this dude was beating on me. you know, he got the living shit beat out of him in front. Like, it was just the most amazing thing. You guys ever see the movie Rocky? When Rocky's coming back and he's fighting, his kids are jumping up and down. That was me. When oh man, it was one of the most awesome things I'd ever witnessed right in front of me. My grandpa was just beating the shit out of this dude, telling him, you know, you put your hands on my grandson again. And it was awesome, man. That's how I was. Like, I could relate to that scene in Rocky where the kid's jumping up and down, because that was me. Like, you know, yeah, never had to deal with that asshole again after that. But yeah, man, it was, you know, it was brutal dealing with him for such a long time. But there again, I tell you guys, there was an awesome ending to it, and I will share the full story one day, so that way you guys can fully understand why I love G.I. Joe so much. You know, why I have such a connection with these figures, man. It's like, it allowed me to go get my mind off the, you know, the hell that I was going through. And yeah, you know, so I'll share that with you guys one of these days, and I'll post it so you guys can fully understand why I am such a freaking fanatic about G.I. Joe. But for the time being, man, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Like and subscribe. We are so close to 800. I'm hoping we can get there in the next week or couple weeks or so. But it doesn't happen if you guys don't share. So please share the video, like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have the rest of your Saturday goes awesome, and I hope you have an awesome Sunday. Thank you guys. Talk to you guys later, man. Have a good, enjoy the rest of your weekend.